Well, hello, friends. How's everybody doing today? I hope you are well. My name is Sarah. If you've never seen me before and all of a sudden I'm in your algorithm, it's because I have a message for you. Before I sit down to do these kinds of messages, and I only make them when I am called to do so, I set the intention that only those people who are looking for a sign or are looking for some sort of answer, that this video that I make for them at this time, that it will find them at the exact time that they need it. So if I showed up, hello, I have a message for you. Okay, so this message, by the way, my spirit team has told me that this message needed to go out as soon as possible. There is a large movement of, there's going to be a balancing of the feminine and masculine energies, okay? And basically, but without getting into everything, if this is a concept that's completely foreign to you, there's going to be a balancing of the way that the planet is ran. That's the easiest way to put it. Right now, it seems like the more masculine energy seems to be taking over the planet, right? The wars and the greed kind of tends to be a more unbalanced masculine kind of frequency, as opposed to a more feminine, softer, balanced, mature, balanced kind of energy. So that all of that to say that your angels, your ancestors, and your spirit guides all would like to let you know that they are trying to reach you. They are trying to connect with you in some way. I'm very serious. This is a very serious message. So if it speaks to you, there's a reason for it. Okay? This is a very important message, and I appreciate your kind attention to it. Okay, so here is your angelic frequency. Angels are here. You are safe. And there is a potent connection. All right, and I'm going to get into a little bit more about this card here in a minute. You also have elder, which is ancestors, healing through the lineage. Your ancestors are also trying to reach out to you. Not only your guardian angels, your elders, your ancestors, and also your spirit guides. Okay? They're all coming forward at this time to reach you and to tell you that by putting yourself first, by connecting with spirit, you can change the trajectory of your very life. Okay? I know this seems very dramatic, but this is something that I've been called to personally do. And it's really important, if what I'm saying to you resonates so far, that you take this seriously. Okay? Your angels are very strongly trying to reach you. I have gotten this angel frequency card twice now during my readings. Okay? It is very intense. You've been devoted. You've been committed. The person I'm speaking to, you have a lot of generational traumas, I'm hearing, and the ability to heal those traumas have eluded you. Perhaps I'm speaking to someone who went to years of therapy to work through a lot of pain and suffering, and you maybe feel like you've been spinning your wheels, especially lately. Perhaps you have members of your family that are crossing your boundaries, if you even have boundaries. Some of us don't have boundaries, and that could be a huge problem for us. They're telling me that you are a bold person, that you're not afraid to stand up for what you feel is right. And you're the exact kind of exact kind of person that the angels, the ancestors, the spirit guides. You're the exact kind of person that they're looking for in order to spread positivity over humanity. You will be expanding your horizons when you put yourself first. Even if this is very difficult, they want you to know that you are extremely protected at this time. And I'm going to pull some more cards to see where this is going for you, okay? Thank you so much. And again, if you like this content, I hope you will subscribe so that we can connect again. All right. Someone here has also been doing a lot of inner child work, shadow work. I'm hearing writing letters to your inner child. Might be some kind of exercise that you've done recently. You might be lately being accused of your head being in the clouds because you are no longer willing to take things so seriously that perhaps society has told you to take seriously. Like, for instance, perhaps your parents or partner, fill in the blank, expects certain things out of you that you're no longer willing to give. Perhaps you're not willing to put up with certain behaviors from your spouse, partner, friends. Perhaps there are people in your life that are trying to cross your boundaries to control you in some way. The number 11 may mean something to someone, or 1111. Again, that is an angel frequency number. They're also asking me to pull an angel frequency number now for you. Angel number. Yes, someone here is embracing new opportunities with some kind of newfound passion. Okay, the number 33 or 0330, something like that, those numbers. Someone here, if you're seeing that, they're telling you that you need to be more balanced with taking chances right now. They want you to observe the people around you, your environment, and your health, and to stay cautious and alert to prevent any future issues with your health, with your boundaries. They want you to prioritize clear communication and maintain healthy boundaries to ensure your well-being. So someone here definitely is having some issues around the boundaries. So the advice is to, if you are too afraid to set boundaries because you are afraid of hurting someone's feelings, you might want to understand that it is necessary to do so in order for harmony to happen. Boundaries just kind of give everyone a little bit of personal space. And when everyone has a personal space, and we're kind about approaching that, harmony happens. It's when we're crossing people's boundaries and imposing upon them our feelings and expecting them to carry them for us. That's crossing, right? So there's a message of codependency. Someone here might be in a very toxic relationship that they know is not serving them. Someone here is communicating a lot more. Perhaps you have a presence online, or you've been feeling called to share something online, like on YouTube or Instagram or another TikTok, something like that. Someone here might be spilling coffee on themselves a lot more often lately. The name Robert, the number is 1111. Okay, let me go ahead and pull. They want me to pull the Gateway of Light activation card from the Oracle deck. Okay, Gateway of Light activation, and I'm hearing this will be our final card. And if you're still here, thank you. I really appreciate it. It is my pleasure and my honor to read for you today. Okay. You are a very angelic person. I'm probably speaking to someone who's, well, I'm definitely speaking to someone who's an earth angel. And they're saying thank you for your service. And I'm sure you're saying it's my absolute pleasure. I'm talking to someone who's, into like rescuing animals or taking in foster children. The person who gives quite a bit of money to charitable places and doesn't sign their name. That's the kind of person I'm speaking to. Like, you don't need recognition. You just do it because it's the right thing to do and because it's the right thing to do. Like, you don't see it any other way. You're someone who would rather lose people in your life than to be dishonorable. So I'm really speaking to someone here who's you're on another tier. not to like elevate you or make you get a big head, right? But you know that you're a little bit more in touch with things. And if you don't know that, well, you have angels, ancestors, and your spirit team screaming at you to listen. They're going to start reaching out to you in some way. Maybe you've already been seeing like 1111 or 333, or maybe things are just kind of strange, right? Some strange stuff happening. Maybe you're just starting to, like, your intuition is really kicking in lately, right? If you're meditating, perhaps you were able to actually reach out and connect with something far greater than you. There's all kinds of ways to connect and to then channel, and anyone can do it. It's not just for certain people, although certain people definitely have these gifts, and those gifts are being amplified. So if you're someone who already has some of these gifts, your gifts will be amplified as well. So that'll be very exciting, right? Cheers, my sparkling water. Thank you. Excuse me. Okay. So not only did you have star being healing codes. Boy, that's hard to say. It says important information. Wounds are healed, recharging. Okay. And then Shambala, I hope I'm saying that right, initiations. Retreating to recharge, trusting in the process, Dharma. Okay, so let me read the advice for you, the information. And if you like this kind of information, make sure you subscribe. I'm trying to build a new community of like-minded people, and we would love to have you. Okay, star being healing codes. Okay, so your message is talking about star beings, okay, such as ETs, star people, star ancestors, sky people, and more. Whatever they're called, they're divinely inspired, evolved beings existing in dimensions that we can't even comprehend. They are the overseers of the cosmos, and like angels, are divine expressions of the heart of Source who are dedicated to the well-being of the entire universe. They aren't limited by time or space, for they are from a higher dimension. Their frequency healings are received on a spiritual level and can then move through our energy centers to affect the physical. These cosmic beings are our interplanetary cousins and are now coming to many souls on Earth in support of healing, expansion, and harmony. Star beings exist in multiple forms and come from many different universes, but this card is a gateway that transports us to one of their healing sanctuaries. It is a gateway that is open to many different star beings, and so it doesn't stipulate which cosmic race is coming to us, but we will be receiving healing codes directly from our cosmic guides. The healing can be emotional, physical, or spiritual. However it comes, know that it is a great blessing. So if you would like to connect, you can say thank you, star beings of healing, for placing your hands of light upon my being and guiding me back to my whole and healed self. So the message for you today is, if the world seems overwhelming or intense at this time, know that it's okay for you to retreat to a safe space, to cleanse and recharge your energy. You may feel called to be a healer for others and share healing with the world, but please ensure that you are balanced and filled up first. This is not the time for you to sacrifice your own well-being in order to serve others. Light beings are placing their hands upon you now, filling you with divine light that will wash away any blockages or stagnant energy standing in the way of your freedom and wellness and wholeness. Star beings are channeling healing codes and frequencies into your being, and it is important for you to stay alert for any intuitive guidance about your body so you can be restored to health once more. So that is the star being healing code. And the last message is the Shambala. Let's see. Okay. Shambala initiations, also known as Shangri-La. It's a city of light said to be hidden somewhere near the Himalayas, near Tibet. So it mentions that according to the theosophical teachings, this etheric retreat is where we can come into contact with some of the greatest spiritual adepts, enlightened teachers, and divine masters to ever walk the earth. In Buddhism, Hinduism, Shambala is said to be the home of the god Shiva and of Buddhas, which are enlightened beings. And in the Bon tradition, every year thousands make a pilgrimage to Mount Kailash, the supposed location of the hidden city, as this is said to bring good fortune. We can visit the etheric retreat of Shambala during the dream state, astral travel, and meditation. If you feel it is calling you, or that the energies of this gateway seem familiar, you may have been there before. The golden temple of Shambhala sits in the heart of the Himalayas, between the physical and the non-physical, and is said to appear to seekers who are ready to expand their awareness. It is the sacred, energetic temple of all enlightened masters, particularly those who are connected to the Eastern traditions. They form a great galactic and universal council of elders who support the turning of the wheel of Dharma. Dharma is a Sanskrit word that relates to the unfolding of our life path. So when things quiet down in your life a little bit, know that it's not a failure, but it's an opportunity to retreat and to recharge. You're being asked right now to really slow down. There's important messages coming in for you, but you will not hear them. You will not hear them if you are busy on your devices or distracted in some way. As much as I disliked meditation when I first started doing it, I recognized that it was a valuable way for me to connect with spirit and that it was important in some way. And I'm really glad that I stuck with it, because not only did I draw closer to my connection with spirit and realized how important the connection is for me in order to better my life, but it also eventually helped me to unfold psychic gifts of my own, a really intensely strong intuition, the ability to read tarot intuitively, which in and of itself is just a beautiful spiritual experience, and to have a connection with something far bigger than me. This connection that my own spirit team, my angels, my ancestors, when they reached out to me through a tarot reading similar to this, and I decided that I wanted to look into what was being given to me. It's a gift. And I wanted to know what that gift was because I had been searching a really long time. And I won't get into everything, but if you're still here with me and what I'm saying resonates with you, my backstory was that I was a Jehovah's Witness for 35 years. So I was in a very controlling religious group. And I spent 15 years out of it. So if you can do the math, I'm nearly 50 years old. And I've spent this time, 15 years, researching lots of different spiritual teachings and religious teachings. And for a long time, I was an atheist. And then recently, about 2 years ago, I started to have a spiritual awakening. And it just turned out to be more and more things were coming to light for me. And then one day when I was listening to a tarot reading, I got the message that I had angels and guides who were trying to reach me. And that was something I'd never really heard about because I was brought up to believe that ancestor worship or anything having to do with dead loved ones was demonic. And maybe some of you out there also grew up hearing that. But I have found that our ancestors really want to help us. And our angels, they do want to help us. They want to see us succeed because we have made certain contracts before we came here. Some believe that when we are born here on this earth, we already have something called a soul contract that we have planned out with people that also have things that they need to work on here on earth in this earth school. And that when we're here, we can certainly heal generational and ancestral lines. So, I know this is a big message. There are things that they're asking you to do right now. The great masters are encouraging you to take time away from your outer world and dive into your inner world. And the only way that we can do that is by disconnecting in a lot of ways. So there might be a lot of things that you do right now that are not bringing you any closer to your goals. In fact, they're distracting you from your goals. And your angels and ancestors are saying to you, we want to connect with you, but you're going to have to slow down and you're going to have to disconnect from the outer world. So, hopefully you're taking this message seriously. If you're still here, you definitely are. I welcome you to connect with your guides, with your angels, with your ancestors. They want to connect with you. So how do you do that? You simply say, either to yourself, quietly, or out loud, Spirit, Universe, God, whatever name you want to give the source that has given us life, that runs through each and every one of us, the one that we're all connected to. You just say, I want to connect with you. Please help me to do that. Help me find ways that I can learn more. And I personally, and this is going to sound very hokey, but I was willing to try it because I needed something bigger. And when I finally decided that I was willing to explore God again, it wasn't the God that I learned about as a child. This was not a jealous God. This was a God that was experiencing humanity through us and was experiencing our experiences because it is part of us. So, if this message touched you in any way, please take it seriously. I thank you so much for being with me and for clicking on this video and listening to your intuition. Continue to do that. If you see things that feel like they're meant for you, they are for you. Allow yourself to put down this logic. You've always been logic. You've always been logical, rational, and maybe that's why things don't work for you. Because I'm also that personality type. I had to have evidence, right? That was a big deal for me when I was an atheist. If there was not evidence for God, I wasn't interested. But it wasn't until Spirit reached out to me, much in the way that this message is reaching you today. I'm glad I heeded the call. I'm glad I listened. And they're telling me that's the message. So I'm going to leave it there for you. Good luck with this. Have a great day.